No drone flying unfortunately seems today. I spent so much time just trying to transfer all the files and stuff yesterday. Like I think I left it on for about, what, 6 hours and it still didn't even actually finish. Just to show you how slow it is. I've been spoiled by SSD hard drives. It must be a depressing news day today. I was basically looking at some stuff like even the CES to see if there's any updates, and it seems like it's all bad stuff. But I did look at that drone that you guys mentioned in the comments because I was wondering what the heck can you buy for $95,000 like for the police or whatever. You guys were mentioning about this one here. And I was looking at it and at first I was like, really, this costs $95,000? And I was thinking, can you actually use this in a regular workforce, like for the police in an everyday situation? This one sounds more like it's for emergency purposes, like say a fire disaster, that type of thing. It says it can fly for up to 50 minutes about and carry about 200 grams of payload, but it says the thing is a ready to fly weight of 5 pounds. Holy, that's heavy. Although you guys did mention it's kind of an interesting point how in the here anyways for the Transfer Canada they might say if you want to fly things commercially you have to buy one of the ones approved on this list. That's going to be kind of interesting, though. If I'm not mistaken, I remember they said during the meeting too there's going to be kind of a grace period as well for people to change over. So it does make me wonder what's going to happen for the commercial flyers anyways if they want to fly it in that way. Like, will all their Phantoms and stuff be obsolete afterwards? There is, like, again though, a grace period, so it'll be interesting to hear whenever they announce it soon, hopefully, or whatever the final regulations are. And I guess for this one, anyone read about this one? I guess it affects virtually almost everybody. I was trying to find the best article that explains this in a non-super techie way, but essentially I think this one was the best here. It says with the processors, the core system known as the kernel stores all types of sensitive information in the memory. This means banking records, credit cards, financial data, communications, logins, passwords, and secret information, which could all be a risk due to the meltdown. Spectre can be used to trick normal applications into giving up sensitive data, which potentially means anything processed by an application can be stolen, including passwords and other data. And as stated, with the exceptions of some, pretty much any processor made by like Intel and AMD in many cases with the ARM kind of infrastructure, since 1995 is affected. Wow, that's like almost, like I said, it's almost everybody that you can think of. According to the company's statements, they don't think anyone has actually done anything yet to take people's information, but the worry is with all things like cloud servers that have things like these processors, they can pretty much, if they really wanted to, basically compromise the whole thing, get everyone's data from the e-commerce sites and everything like that. Sounds kind of scary, huh? And it just continued with the tech stuff. Again, I was looking for the CES news, and this was the first thing that kept popping up here. Apparently the biggest controversy right now in that place is how for all the keynote speakers in the event, there isn't one woman apparently, and that's basically calling people out to boycott the thing, for example. And as well, I guess for a lot of the women in the tech, they're actually saying they're going to be on things like Twitter and stuff instead, like doing some speeches. So yeah, I guess it's not a good day for tech news for some reason. Everything's all negative. Because of this too, people are creating this hashtag CES Soul Male, and they're basically spreading it everywhere. Kind of makes me wonder in this case whether or not it was, because some people's argument was that there just isn't that many women in like these kind of positions usually, like in general, or whether or not it was just favoritism. People are like, I'm buddy with this guy, so I'll choose him instead, that kind of thing. I was trying to think if this is still culturally a thing where people think, for example, it's weird for a woman to be in tech in general. I don't think it's necessarily weird, but I know, like, for me anyway, for the stuff I do tech-wise, I usually don't see that many women in general. You guys even know, for me trying to create like those drone videos, and I was trying to find like a drone flyer, I couldn't find one female, for example. And that doesn't mean, for example, hey, go online, search this, you'll find one immediately. I'm talking about like in an everyday situation as an example. Although interestingly enough, I was just thinking back when I made that Canada 150 video, that little booth that had to do with robotics and stuff, funny enough, that one actually had a lot of females in there. So maybe that's just the change of the times as well, as people become more, I guess, comfortable with things like tech and seeing it as cool, I guess you can say, that everyone can actually do. Kind of makes me wonder too, do parents nowadays actually still have the mindset of, for example, if it's a boy, for example, they'll push them towards tech. If it's a girl, then they'll push them more towards things like arts and design. Makes me wonder if that mentality's changed at all. I think I can conclude with this umbrella test with this thing is if you have like an object kind of closer to the camera to clearly distinguish what is the hot and the cold, it actually works better for the picture. I'm actually debating if I should buy anything like snowshoes, for example, too, because I can't go hiking in the mountains and stuff when there's so much snow with regular shoes. Everyone says it's dangerous. Actually, since it's raining, I actually had an interesting idea of the video, just some of the footage yesterday. I thought I could make it a creative one again, just like last time I tried to test that stuff. Alright, see you guys later.